Welcome back, everybody, here to the SBENU Star League. Round of 16, day number 1 here. We've had some pretty surprising results so far. ByuL able to defeat Stats, make it to the winner's match here, and then Zest able to take down Maru.
Yeah, pretty big surprise here. But look at this, ByuL versus Zest is going to be the next one, the winner's match. We can have a look at the maps real quick. Echo, Coda, and Cactus Valley. Iron Fortress and Expedition Lost being vetoed out there.
Pretty good. You know, I kind of understand it. I actually didn't realize that CG existed. I think most of the time I was just looking into your eyes when you played.
It happens a lot, Valdez. You're not the only one.
It's a pretty quick CG. It's pretty important to know those maps, though.
Yeah.
So
we'll be on top of that from now on, yeah. As we look good in our new little outfits here, SBENU Star League outfits.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to the casino after this. Gonna be
we
playing
could, man. There's a couple of good casinos right here in Gangnam.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some poker.
Yeah. Are you any good at poker?
No.
Do you play poker?
No, I'm gonna lose all my money.
Have you ever played poker before?
Yeah, like online poker.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I tried that once too.
Practically the same. I actually, I remember I did play like at a club once some poker, and every
club.
It was like this sports club or something. Like,
oh, okay, okay.
But not like an actual club.
I'm like, where were you playing poker in a club?
But each person had to like shuffle and deal. And, like I can't shuffle, so I like try and shuffle. And I show everyone the cards and stuff. And this old dude across the table, just starts raging at me.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm like, dude, this is like, it's like not even.
It's like my first time shuffling any cards. Like, it
was like so weird. It wasn't even like for real money either. It was like this guy's actually taking this way too seriously.
It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
But going into this match, I want to ask you.
No, let's
like,
keep talking about poker.
No, I want to ask you about. But yeah, Last Shadow. You know Last Shadow?
Yes.
He's like a poker genius. I'm gonna learn from him. We're gonna try to play some poker. It's gonna happen.
Do it, man. Become a professional. Become like Elky.
So many Starcraft players, former pro gamers, are into poker now. You might as well try your hand at it.
Yeah, a lot of Warcraft 3 people went to poker as well. Yeah. One of the best in Australia ended up becoming like a millionaire or something at the game. Well, here we go. Let's talk about these guys a little bit before we jump right into that game. ByuL and Zest. ByuL coming off a good win against Stats. Zest destroying Maru. Though did go to game 3. He looked fantastic in each one. I'm kind of worried for ByuL going into this, but ByuL, his EVP is looking a lot more solid than we have seen in recent times.
Yeah, it definitely is looking more solid, but Zest, man, he looks so prepared. He looks like he wants this so badly. I wouldn't be surprised if he practiced all night, man, to get here. But guys, we're going to jump into game number 1 now on Echo. Down here in the bottom right in the red, a reserve player from CJ Entis. It is ByuL.
And up here in the top left, we do have that Protoss player taking down Maru. It is Zest. Playing fantastic. Looking very serious. No doubt.
Yeah.
Taking this tournament very seriously. It is the last Star League of the year. Last shot at getting that big title, and Zest, he hasn't had one yet. Not for Star League.
Yeah, I'm sure he was very happy about winning that one against Maru. It was a pretty fantastic PvT he played. Definitely not very straight up, but he was just so prepared more than anything else for Maru's style, and he really forced Maru to play into Zest's hands.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Well, there you go. It's another commentator. Do we get one of them?
No, it looks like it was made by one of the Korean fans.
Oh.
Maybe one of the foreign fans can do that. Once again, guys, you can go on the website e-sportstv.net/en.
/community.
Yeah. Well,
that's a tricky one. Just follow us on Twitter. I already tweeted it out if you want to find the link. But look at this. We're going to see 2 hatch before pool, but Zealots are on the way. This is going to take some damage. He's going to do a lot of work. Let's see where Zest wants to take these. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes straight to the main base and starts working on these drones.
Immediately that pool comes down. He needs it at this point. You can already see him working pretty fast in there. Not the happiest face I've ever seen on ByuL.
No, he's going to need some pretty godly drone micro and maybe go for a surround and start pulling the weakened drones out. Would be probably his best bet if he can get it. But if the Zealot micro is good and he gets to the mineral line, he can kind of just dart in and out of the minerals and making it very difficult for the drones.
That's the name of the game here for Zest, going immediately into that main. Let's see how much damage he can do exactly. Second Zealot already halfway across the map as well.
This is going to be a tough one. Here we go. He's going to go for the surround here, and he might get it. Oh, really nice position on the Zealot.
Oh, but he gets it surrounded just barely there at the end. Let's see the micro here from ByuL. Saves one of them. Oh, going to save another one. This is fantastic.
Yummy. 6 Zerglings on the way now. Only taking 1 drone loss. That is insane.
That's absolutely insane. And think about how much Zest is committed to this double Zealot. There's a bead of sweat coming down his face now.
Yeah, 14 Lings on the way. He can go for a pretty healthy counterattack behind this. Here we go. Lings don't want to surround him. They're like, well, we could, but it's tricky. You can actually get a 4 Lings surround, so that's fine.
Oh, man. Nice targeting here from Zest. Going to take out one of the Lings, but that's as good as you can ask for, especially between the minerals there.
Beautifully done, and now comes the counterattack. A lot of Lings coming across the map, though. A Mothership Core is about to come out, and a Zealot to block. He should be okay in this situation.
He should be. Looks like he will be. Man, I was saying maybe ByuL was the weakest in the group just based on his recent results, but he showed up today to play.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
He's certainly leveled up since we've seen him last. He certainly learned from those losses. They were pretty big losses at that time, but it's good to see him rally, man. He's rallying at a very important time for his team, especially in Pro League.
Yeah, that Stargate follow-up here. Let's see if ByuL can actually poke up that ramp and maybe see it.
I think the Lings might do a little poke up the ramp in a second, and if we're seeing one here, he's going to see it. There you go. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Interesting position there on that Stargate. I think he could have hit that a bit better.
Yeah. Probably should have, but yeah. Either way, Stargates can be scouted. It kind of depends what your goal is with them. Like, are you trying to punish? Are you trying to kill a lot of drones by surprise? Are you pulling up oracles? Or are you going for kind of like the safety oracle that's going to buy you that third base for some time?
I think it may just be that. You do see the oracle coming out now. Maybe just go over there to the bases, try to put on some pressure, maybe come back. Already some Lings in position here, though, near that third base with Zest.
Zest throwing down those spores in due time as well. It should be done about the time the oracle gets to his base.
11 drones. This is what ByuL was able and allowed to do in the last game, or in the last series rather, against Stats, was just drone up an obscene amount and not really get punished for it. Like, even if this oracle comes in here and does, maybe 4 or 5 damage, 4 or 5 drones worth of damage here, it's not even going to be that much.
No.
Just because he's being so greedy.
Exactly. He's being allowed to go up to this crazy drone count once again. And he's being allowed to skip roaches as well, mind you, which is another big thing, which is exactly what we saw him do against Stats. He drones, goes into Hydra, and finds a brilliant Hydra timing.
Yeah. It looks like Zest is going to commit to double Oracle here. When you were casting with Artosis on Wednesday, I heard him talking about this a bit, how he really likes that double Oracle. I love it too.
I think it's necessary at this time.
Yeah. Zergs just know how to deal with one Oracle. Yeah. They know the timing exactly. They're so used to it. It's so popular. But here we go. 2 Oracles coming in. There are 2 Queens and 2 Spores at that natural this time.
Yeah. Ooh, a counterattack with the Lings could do something as well, but the cannon finishes just in time.
Yeah. Of course, no speed on these Lings either.
No, he completely forgone that speed, actually, which is pretty interesting. Maybe a bit of a mistake as well. We'll see. Roach Lauren is finishing up around the lair timing, so he wants to go into Roaches to start things off. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws in a Hydra Den or a Spire after that, though. Yeah. He is going to be pulling a lot of gas. He has all 6 gases already.
Going to go for burrow movements. as well as +1, making another sport, and there is that Spire.
Yeah, there we go. I like it. It's going to be, you want to hide that pretty well there. It's going to be hard for him to hide it with 2 Oracles coming around trying to do the damage they can. But if you can surprise him and get this 4th base up and running without taking too much economic damage, he'd be in a great place for a meter switch in a base trade scenario, because borrowed roaches with movement, that's going to create a lot of havoc.
Yeah, definitely will. And only now is the speed being upgraded. Also going for Burrow, of course. And trying to get that 4th base up here. We do see Zest Oracles really haven't gotten much damage done at all. I think maybe a total of 3 drones about. It's really just not enough, to be honest.
Yeah, not for 2 Oracles. I mean, they still have that purpose, though, because they will have detection, which is going to be very useful against these borrowed movement roaches. They can follow them up pretty quickly as well and keep an eye on them. But beyond that, they aren't going to have too much use. Revelation also going to help out.
Yeah. By the way, Zest has identified the fact that ByuL is going for possible mutas here. He's already upgrading +1 to his air units.
Yeah, +1 starting. He made 1 Phoenix. He's going to make another now. Only 1 Stargate there. So it's not going to be the hard counter to mutas that he might want, but at least he'll have a few out so he can start to do damage to them if they do try to come across the map.
Getting some more damage done with these Oracles finally here. I mean, ByuL is going to go up to 83 drones. He's been up near about 75 for just so long.
Oh, man. Here we go with these burrowed movement roaches. Ling's rearing behind it, looking for a bit of a surround here. This is going to create a lot of havoc. This is going to be beautiful, actually.
He's going to go straight for those sentries. Here we go. Some force fields coming down, but all the roaches are already all on top of it. All the sentries here. And the Lings, even though they're not really going to be able to get in, they're distracting a lot of these Stalkers. Decent lifts on the roaches, but look at all of those sentries go down. Not a single one survives.
They had so much energy as well. They were looking for a huge attack. It would have been so scary to deal with, but with that quick move, everything gets so much easier for ByuL. It gets infinity times easier because there's no force fields, man. You have Hydras against Stalkers now with no force fields or no Guardian Shield.
Pretty unreal. We're going to see Zest go for a bit of a counterattack here, but he's, as you said, no force fields, no Guardian Shields. There's only 19 Stalkers. ByuL really does have to group up here, get all his Hydras in position to deal with this.
Yeah, he needs buffering too. He needs Lings to help out. It's not the ideal numbers of Hydras just yet.
Yeah, there's a lot, but as you said, no buffering. Some pretty nice time warps here on all the left side of the Zerg army at the same time. The drones are actually going to have to be pulled here to defend this.
Still, though, now there's more than enough. No force fields at all. Oh no, just 1 Phoenix going down. 3 remains. A big warp into Stalkers. He's going to go for the big fight here, the big attack.
It's the name of the game, but looking at this, only Blink Stalkers against Ling Hydra with this many Hydras on the map. This fantastic economy, 80 drones for so long, making 9 Hydras at a time. As long as he can group up over here and defend against Zest, he should be just fine. Even a Hive on the way.
Hive just about to finish, and +2 about to finish as well. Once he has those Vipers out, it's going to be even easier, but he's got to be careful of this Dark Templar switch. It could catch him off guard. He does have spores in every single base, though, so he'll have the detection. It's about having the units there. And look at this. Actually going to the 4th base, and there's no detection here. The one place you think there would be.
Yeah, he's going to snipe that Queen and a bunch of Hydras.
Oh, man. It's going to go down. And can he actually get the DTs?
I think he should be able to, but that's pretty unacceptable at this point in the game. Already 15 minutes in, no detection at your 4th base. Kind of catching ByuL off guard, I suppose. But he is going to be just fine to take 2 bases at the same time. So.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity there, which is a brilliant play. I mean, he could have chosen anywhere to put those DTs. Going for that 4th, though, even though there's an entire army there, he does notice there's no Overseer.
So we got Storm on the way. A bunch of High Templar being warped in at the moment. Already 4 of them out on the map. It's going to be fantastic against the mainly Hydra Ling army here, and even the Infestors that are coming out a bit later.
Yeah, 3 Infestors. And yeah, this is certainly not going to be a fight before that Storm finishes, so it's going to be a very hard engagement for ByuL coming up here. But he can go for that meter switch now. He just actually got rid of every single Phoenix. He's made a few. We have seen him do this before. going to keep Zest on his toes and keep a lot of Stalkers back at home.
Storm about to finish up here. Like I said before, we got about 4 or 5 High Templar in this mix, but don't really see them with the army right now. Looks like ByuL wants to take this fight in the middle of the map, possibly.
Oh, if he gets the right fungal here, he could do a lot of work before those Templars are in position. Oh, he's looking for it. He can find it if he wants. He's at the top of the ramp here. Here we go.
It's a pretty nice fungal on a lot of the Zealots and the Stalkers. Almost half of those Zealots all being fungled down, but he needs to get that concave here with his Hydras too, not really attacking at the same time.
Yeah,
Being very careful about this.
Yeah, he's trying to split, trying to get out of the way of these High Templar. Oh, man. Not finding the damage I was expecting, that's for sure.
Oh, and now he's off creep. Look at this, big blink forward. Half of these Hydras being cut off from their allies. Sustaining a lot of damage here is ByuL, but he is trying to remax in a bunch of Roaches and Lings and trying to get that Greater Spire out at the same time.
Yeah, it's so weird. Looks like he was upgrading Hydra speed once upon a time. I swear he was. Now doing it now, though, it's a bit of a mistake to not have that at this point in the game. And Broodlord's definitely the right answer here. Can he get them out in time, though, is the question, because this army is looking insane. It's a Hydra killing army. It's anything but Broodlord killing army at this point. You know, you got an Immortal in there, you got enough Storm. He doesn't have any sentries currently, which is a little bit of a mistake because Guardian Shield always a great thing to have against Hydra.
Oh, look at this. It's going to be a giant warp and a Zealots here. Going to be only 4, actually, for now. Looks like he's maxed out, but still going to be a decent amount of Zealots there in the main. It looks like ByuL wants to fight this here at that 4th base, really wants to take it down. They're not going to overcommit.
Not overcommitting here. It's kind of a decoy for all these Burrowed Roaches. 16 of them heading towards the 3rd base.
Can definitely do a lot of damage, but looking in the main, like, still a bunch of Zealots being warped in. Only now is ByuL getting some defense back there.
Yeah. And at the same time as well, you know, that's just a decoy for Zest attack, which is going to be on the 3rd. We did see a lot of Roaches go into the natural. Haven't unburrowed yet. There we go. They have. But there's a DT waiting at cluster cannons. And this is not looking like a good fight at all for ByuL. He's kind of falling apart in a lot of ways. Ultra's coming out, but they're not going to be very useful. Not against this composition, not with enough backup. And we still have a lot of Storms. These Templar are fully loaded, ready to go. But
Let's get the fungal on a lot of those High Templar, though.
Oh, that could be what he needs, at least to stop the Storms from coming in. He storms his own units as well.
Yeah. So now maybe if ByuL can mount some kind of attack here, but he doesn't have much. Those Ultras really not grouping up. You see this time and time and again, you get this many Blink Stalkers. They can do pretty well against all these Ultras. Look at the Ultra behind those 2 Hydras, not really getting much done. The Infestor's kind of awkward here on the ramp.
He's running out of units. Yeah, just not enough units here. Pretty awkward attack, actually. Bit desperate at this point there. And it looks like Zest is going to be taking game 1.
GG. Well then. Zest somehow squeaking by in that game. What do you have to say about that one, Invade?
Well, it was well played by Zest, and ByuL's transition's a little too late, man. Like, he had some great moves in that game, you know, getting rid of all those sentries, going into Hydras. But, you know, he stuck on Hydras a little too long. He didn't get the hive quick enough. And then he ended up fighting against Storm. And, you know, Broodlords were too late, Ultras were too late. He never had a decent fight with either. I did like his counterattack potential with those Burrowed Roaches, but he just didn't micro them. He was too distracted with the Warpin in the main, and the counterattacking with Zest.
Coda is going to be map number 2 for these 2 guys. Another 2-player map. We'll see if Zest can close it out, or if ByuL is going to try to force a 3rd